The name Megalodon, which is more commonly referred to as the Meg, translates into big tooth. This beast of the waters is believed to have existed 3.6 million years ago. But while many people believe that the animal is extinct, there are those that have seen it with their own eyes. The Mariana Trench Monster. If the Megalodon managed to hide from us all this time, it must be in the deepest place in the world ocean. A bay near the Mariana Trench was chosen as the perfect place to conduct a very interesting experiment. A team of Japanese researchers decided to conduct a study of what kinds of creatures lurk in the deepest place known to man, an eerie prospect to think of what kind of terrors you would run into at those depths. But science never stops, and studies such as these must be carried out to know what happened to ancient predators such as the Megalodon. The researchers locked some bait in a container, put it at the bottom of the trench, and just waited. The bait was also fitted with cameras to see which species of predator responds first to the smell of food. As you would probably expect, a pack of deep-sea sharks swam up into the vision of the camera and started looking for a way to get to the food in the container. Imagine if they got in and ate it all up before the truly shocking thing happened. The researchers had been smart about it. They made it very easy to smell the food, but impossible to get to, meaning the predators would stay around the food and in the view of the camera for as long as the researchers wanted. The most expected outcome had happened, and the exciting experiment was looking like it was going to give us nothing to be intrigued by. That's when it happened. The pack of sharks that had encircled the bait zoomed away almost as if they feared it. The camera showed nothing around the bait for a while before a gigantic shark swam up, and like the pack before it, started looking for a way to the food. This shark blocked the entire field of view for the camera with its giant body, and according to multiple witnesses, it was 60 meters long. This shark was massive and hidden in the depths of the Mariana Trench. If this is the Megalodon, then we don't know what it is. Number 4, the Black Demon. The Megalodon lives in Baja Bay. Yes, we know that sounds ridiculous. If it lived in a place so shallow, we would know what it is by now. Well, not this one. The Black Demon isn't as easy to catch as you may think, mostly because it is rumored to be bigger than a school bus. An 18-meter-long, highly aggressive creature lurks in the waters near the California coast, and it shakes the local fishermen. There are multiple videos of the recorder being underwater and screaming in fear as the monster zooms past. Imagine being behind that camera. After numerous attacks on fishing boats, the local fishermen have nicknamed this shark the Black Demon. Apart from the obvious difference in size and color, the Black Demon has features similar to the Great. Got to see it up close, and he said it was nothing like he had ever seen before. This, coming from a guy who has been a fisherman all his life and has had his fair share of shark encounters, is a pretty big deal. It seems anticlimactic that the mighty Megalodon would be passing its days attacking small fishing boats looking for small chunks of food. You would think that the largest and strongest predator on Earth would have bigger fish to fry. People have dismissed these videos of the Black Demon, thinking it was either edited or the whale shark. The whale shark fits the size. They are known to grow up 15 meters, but they aren't black. Their skin is dark blue with small white spots on its back. The biggest difference between the whale shark and the Black Demon is the behavior. The black shark is said to be violent and known to attack boats, whereas a whale shark is anything but dangerous. These peaceful creatures feed exclusively on plankton. The whale sharks have even been recording allowing divers to play with them, and they didn't seem to mind at all. You can't possibly confuse the deadly Black Demon with a whale shark, can you? The locals are convinced that it's ancient legendary Megalodon, and they might be right. Number 3, oil platform robot faces the Meg. An oil platform in the Pacific Ocean needed some equipment fitted at its base. A robot was sent to the bottom of the ocean directly beneath the platform to carry out the task. If the Megalodon was resting as deep as this robot was, it would make sense that it managed to stay hidden for all this time. Normally, the owners of all these oil rigs don't record work like this. Why would they? Watching a robot working at the bottom of the ocean for hours can be boring beyond imagine. But through some huge coincidence, the engineers working on the robot spotted this in the corner of the camera's field of view. It's very difficult to see, but a huge fin passes by the robot. Don't blink, you'll miss it. This fin undoubtedly belongs to a massive shark. Seeing the ratio of the robot size and the fin size, we're looking at the shark is easily 10 meters long. Again, seeing as a great white only grows up 5 meters, 10 meters is pretty surprising. Imagine if the work was complicated and they had to send a human down there to do it. Who knows what the shark would have done? It's kind of annoying that we can only see the fin for a short period, but then again, the camera wasn't meant to find that at all. Its only job was to film the work being done and not being looking around for megalodons passing by. Maybe they should send more cameras there with some bait so they can get a better look at the great shark. Maybe we're closer to discovering the megalodon than we thought. Or maybe we're just too excited by the prospect of being alive at all. Imagine the disappointment if we find out it was just a whale shark or some other large friendly shark. The lack of evidence gives us the power to think whatever we want, and we think this is the megalodon. If scientists believe otherwise, they will have to convince us otherwise. Number 2, the Canadian megalodon. In modern times, anyone can edit a video to show whatever they want, so trusting a video is tougher than ever before. But this time, it wasn't just any video. This man from Canada posted a video claiming that he found the megalodon off the coast of Canada. He was on a boat and was recording a huge shark passing through from underneath him. He was terrified about what would become of him, but it turns out there was no need to worry about it anyway. That was the thinking of people who just saw the videos on their phones. But what about the scientists who have spent all their lives studying sharks? The scientists could not come up with a valid solution, but were pretty fast to dismiss the rumor that was the megalodon. In fairness, the shark never really came to the surface, so we have no way of knowing the pattern of the shark's skin. The pattern can tell us a lot. For example, the whale shark and the basking shark are known to be as large as the one caught in these satellite images. So maybe it was one of them. This is probably why this footage wasn't taken that seriously, since even though there was no chance of them being edited, the images weren't clear enough to concern enough people. The Canadian, however, was hell-bent on convincing everyone that he had discovered the long-lost ancient predator. The footage was getting increasingly harder to watch because if a megalodon passes from that close to you, there's a very little chance of your survival. The Meg is a violent creature, and it doesn't look fitting for it to pass so peacefully. Number 1, Megalodon in Brazil. This is probably the best proof of the Megalodon existing caught on camera yet. It comes from Brazil, where a rescue helicopter is recording a rescue mission to later release to the internet. The video was recorded to show how the rescue team worked and how brave the lifesavers were. The shark isn't even very visible, but once you see it, you can't take your eyes off it. When the images were uploaded, viewers were just awed by how good of a job the rescuers were doing. Someone finally noticed it and uploaded it again. Once everyone had seen the rescuers successfully rescue the person multiple times over, they started looking around at the footage. This is when someone noticed how a giant shark swam past the stranded person. The surface of the water shows it zoom past, and with the boat still there, we can estimate the size of the shark. Even without calculations, the camera shows that the shark is much larger than anything we've seen ever before. According to experts who have studied this video, this shark is at least 20 meters long. Imagine a 20-meter long shark circling you and your tiny boat. So, the size fits, and the behavior fits as well. But why would a legendary shark such as the Megalodon be near this surface and not attack? Usually sharks show up as having sensed blood and attack their food straight away, meaning the Megalodon came out of its hiding just to swim past a stranded boat? Finally, this brings us to the question of whether the Megalodon is alive or dead. Either way, we still believe scientists and researchers should have found something about it at this point or the other. Maybe the Meg is just too good at hiding itself and still roams the waters of the world, waiting to gain enough strength to attack humans.